We were burned out. Everything that we created was a file somewhere in the cloud. We wanted to do something purely joyful. We don't use the word meeting and we use rituals instead. We're trying to move away from all this startup, corporate kind of lingo.
Our main driver is not to build a business, but more like to build a lifestyle.
We turned off all the lights of the castles. If the zombies catch you, you become a zombie. We had to stop them at some point, like, okay, stop catching people because they will not manage to escape. Like,
we really like controversy. We like certain topics that are a bit, I don't know, more sensitive. Talking about this is complicated.
It's a cult. Check the Instagram, check the website. You'll get a better idea. Not a full picture, but yeah, we'll leave this for when you come.
Welcome everybody to Colivers Club. Here we have today Fidel, Anya and Aleix from Wonder House. Hello, how are you?
Oh, yeah, can't complain. So far.
Wow, yeah, this Coliving is in Barcelona, in the outskirts. It takes like 1 hour drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But coming here in itself is a whole trip, a whole journey, let's say, because it's a very special Coliving, and from the moment I step into it, I could feel the magic. And even you, Anya, you have a wand here,
Magic wand.
which represents very precisely the spirit of the Coliving.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Fidel, why Wonder House?
Wonder House, you mean as a name or as a Coliving?
Maybe let's start with the name, yeah.
Okay, so as a name. Oh, that's a complicated question. I think it was one of the toughest decisions. We were discussing that for many weeks and months and even asking for help from friends. Even we had like one workshop, remember, with a friend of a friend that was a Coliver about choosing the name. I think it's inspired by things that we want to evoke, things like Alice in Wonderland. We were like thinking about Wonderland Coliving, but maybe it was a bit too obvious, and I think that it's a theme that it has been used too often, so we wanted more to keep it as a hint. Also, we fell in love with this house. So while we were looking for a place, we were not even expecting to find such a beautiful, awesome house, and we fell in love with that. And you know, when we found it, it's like, okay, like this is like the Wonder House. It's full of small things, details, beautiful decorations, and things that you will find outside of it that, well, sort of brings this idea.
And it attracts wanderers, no? In the wonder and people that wonder.
Yes,
That's
actually,
good for marketing.
Wonderland was possibly the second most voted option. I think we were between Wonderland, Wonder House. Like we liked both concepts. Yeah.
Also, everything else was taken. We searched for domains, and that was like the shortest and the coolest one that we could find, sadly. But yeah, like we wanted to do something around Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, I think the essence of Wonder House is surreal experiences, focus on the bizarre, the magic, and that's very interlinked with the Alice in Wonderland theme. So it was kind of the inspiration, and we thought it would be a good name for people who don't know us to kind of get the gist of what we are just from the name.
Okay, and what are you then?
We are a lot of things.
Yeah, I think that like the main inspiration was that we were burned out at some point. Like the three of us work in tech, and at some point we were like, we couldn't spend like 1 more minute in front of the computer, and we wanted to change, and yeah, like we wanted wonders in our lives, you know, like because like everything that we created was a file somewhere in the cloud, and we wanted to, you know, to live for real and to do something purely joyful, you know, like, and we like games a lot. We have done like many games in other Colivings, and it was completely our vibe. And when we were living in Barcelona, we were trying to do like a lot of parties, like psychedelic parties, or, you know, like many different parties. But it was super complicated because in Barcelona, we never had a place to do it. And I think that like the main focus on the Coliving was like, we need a place to play games and throw parties, and that's pretty much it.
Well, we also like a lot the concept of experience design. So I think for us, what we liked about going to other co-living, so at least what stayed the most in our memory, was these experiences where we shared some special moment together, some crazy themed dinner. So that's kind of what we really wanted to replicate in our own co-living. Have these bizarre experiences that of things that we like to do, like Aleix mentioned. Well, we like costume parties, we like games, we like playfulness. We do like experimenting with psychedelics from time to time. So all these things that we like, bring it to people who would probably enjoy it as well, and create these shared memories that will stay with the people who visit us, and hopefully become our friends as well.
Oh. And it feels like this place that you guys created, it's filled with creativity and passion, no? Like you see the little details, and we'll get to that with the rituals. Well, meetings, but you guys call it rituals, no? So I think you guys doing wonderful with the space and the setting that you create. So one thing that I think is challenging, and you find yourselves in this challenge, let's say, is communicating to others what you do, and do it in such a way that you attract like-minded individuals. So how do you think about overcoming this challenge when communicating about what you do or what is this place about?
So, well, it's definitely one of the biggest challenges that we have now. So we have different ways of addressing this. First of all, in the social media like Instagram, we are trying to hint more or less the activities that we were doing. Like last week, for instance, we had one that was, because every week we do like a theme, okay? So every week has a theme, and we did, for instance, a toxic masculinity that was picked randomly. While it looked like, okay, this is a bit of a risky topic, we had like a lot of fun. And it's something that we showed in the social network. So basically, we did like some activities on Friday that was a dick measuring competition. We were very conscious about what we were doing, and one of the tests was about doing mansplaining. So everybody had to mansplain, and there was a jury to see who does that better, or catcalling, these sort of things. But also at the same time, at the end of it, we had like some debate about, okay, how did you feel like that? And we tried to bring some morals into that. But in terms of curating the community, well, now we're starting, so we need to keep it open for absolutely everybody. We hope that word of mouth will help us here. We believe that it's already helping us. We have social network, plus also what we do is every time that people come, they have to fill like a character card, something that it's similar to, like if you had a role-playing character about with strength and with charisma and with all those things, but also there we try to understand if that person is comfortable with a few things, such as maybe political incorrectness. Okay, maybe we need to be a bit more careful about certain topics, and it's something that we try to assess every time that somebody comes to see what we can bring up to discussion, and also make sure that everybody is comfortable with the things we do. And then, well, we'll have to calibrate a bit the vibe based on this or that.
Well, as Fidel mentioned, we are just starting, so also in the learning phase. But in the long term, I really like what Chateau does, for example, because they have like this themed month. So you can also start curating the community based on specific themes. And because we have a lot of different themes that we like and different hobbies, I feel that we could easily create like a year around different themes, and that way attract the right type of community for each topic that we'd like to explore.
Actually, like this is a big topic for us because like our vibe is, I think, very different from other co-livings because like, as I said before, like we come from a very burnt out background. So we wanted to move away from anything related to work. So our workshops are not related to work. We don't promote people to do synergies about like their work, even though, like they happen and they might happen naturally, but we don't promote that kind of stuff. We're trying to move away from all this startup corporate kind of lingo. That's why we don't use the word meeting and we use rituals instead. It's not that we do any sacrifices yet.
Yes.
But yeah, like it's very complicated for us to communicate all these things because they are very different, especially because most of the co-livings, I think that they are more focused on like all this startup kind of thing, creativity, innovation, that kind of stuff, synergy. But for us, it's more about being playful. You have to work, but it shouldn't be like the core of your life. And we are trying to make everything a bit more playful. So communicating that message is more complicated, especially because like we really like controversy. We like certain topics that are a bit, more sensitive. So for us, it's been, complicated, and we are still learning about like how to deal with this and how to communicate all these things so we can bring people in and they are not like super scared about the stuff we do here, because like at the end, like what we do here is not too much. But talking about this is complicated. So, yeah.
And I would like to add something that adds to the challenge, that it's that basically the place, fortunately and sometimes unfortunately, it's too well located, I have to say. Like, I think it's one of the very few columns that we have in Catalonia. It's in Montseny. It's 1 hour from Barcelona, which is a great asset. And we know already from people that basically they are looking for a place to stay, close to Barcelona, so they can go maybe on the weekends. Catalonia is beautiful, it's well connected, but we don't want to have the location as a highlight, despite it's truly awesome. Like, you can have many hikes from here. So this is another thing. So we need to really be careful about exposing this message and tell, hey, you're coming here for the silliness, for the fun, mainly, which is totally compatible. Plus also the website, I think that we did a good job with the website, despite it was done very quickly. I think that it sort of explains, more or less, it gives some hints of what we are doing. So anybody joining, please check the Instagram, check the website. You'll get a better idea of the things that we may be doing. Not a full idea, a full picture, but yeah, we'll leave this for when you come.
So yeah, I love that there's a lot of Easter eggs here in the Coliving, and I can only assume that you will add more and more lore, the Coliving. So that's wonderful. Talking about the rituals, I really like the family ritual, let's say, that you do once a week. So in this ritual, you start by doing first of all, Aleix will wear a robe, very, very cool robe. That's like
full of crap.
It's a cult.
It's a cult. It's not a cult, okay? We don't say
not
that.
a cult.
It's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
But it's like it looks like a ceremonial robe, no? And that's to the scene, and you put music, so it's super cool. And then we recap with what's been the past week, things that happen, how people feel, and that's amazing because you create space for people to really sit down and how things are going. Because I feel like when you go to a co-living, sometimes it's too intense and you don't really have time to process, right? So creating the space is amazing, and I really like the idea of having a theme for the week. So everyone writes down in a paper a theme for the week, and then they put it in a bowl, and it's random, right? It's random. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's random. And Anya picks a topic. And this means that people now have a focus for the week and also for the Friday activity. And here this week, it was the spa week, which is amazing. So we had a meditation, kind of related to spa. We have today a massage workshop. Friday we need to think about an activity that's related to that. Tomorrow we're going to a spa. Yeah. So that's super cool, very, very cool. And moreover, during this family ritual, people propose activities, right? Because I think this co-living is a co-living that people feel energized. Some co-livings you go and nobody says anything, but this, because of you, you are also part of the co-living and the essence is there, right? So I wanted to ask you, where did the idea of having a theme for the week come from?
Well, actually, it kind of, so a bit of a backstory of how we met. We met in a co-living. We met in Anseu 4 years ago. I mean, me and Fidel met before that, but with Aleix, we met in Anseu. And it was a very interesting encounter because we didn't spend that much time. Me and Fidel came to Anseu just for 3 weeks. For the first time. It was actually our first co-living experience. We immediately connected with Aleix over mainly silly themed activities. Like there was also at that stage there was a theme for the week, and there were a lot of controversial themes as well. So I think it was really an example of how even in a short time you can bond with someone or connect with someone on a deeper level just because you like open up and play together and have a lot of fun. So I think partly the inspiration comes from there. Yeah, and overall, like what we already mentioned, we like rituals over routines. So we kind of like to explore this theme, and oftentimes like it can be anything, right? So spy is this week's theme. I think this one is a more chilled example. Usually we go for something a bit more controversial, but yeah, we also try to balance. But yeah, it's a nice opportunity for people to find a bit of a creative angle, play together, also sometimes put up a character. Like we have a lot of activities that require a bit of acting or putting up a role. So all of this kind of is just an excuse to connect on a deeper level and to have fun together. So that's how it came together.
I think that at the end, all that is coming from experience design. I really like this example. That is like you can have tea, like you just like grab a mug, put hot water, just put tea, and you drink it. Or you can do something super complicated, like the Japanese like drinking ritual. And it's the same thing. At the end of the day, you're just like drinking tea. But because you are adding meaning to everything, suddenly tea is the less important thing. Is what you are creating like on top of that. And I think that like one of the cool things about having this theme week is that it allows us to have like this thing on top of every activity. We could do like a workshop, but when you add a theme, suddenly you are adding like a lot of meaning on top of whatever you're doing. And that's like the core of experience design. And, partially that's why we are doing these things. So instead of doing something like normal, you can actually like do more and connect more and use that to create tighter community. That at the end of the day is our main goal. So, yeah.
And Fidel, what are some of your favorite themes that has happened in the past months?
Okay, so I mentioned the one for toxic masculinity. This one is quite recent, but it was lots of fun. Also, even funnier, it was that we had some people arriving that same evening, and they arrived and they found us like wearing us very like manly classic way. Even we had this girl dressing up as a cowboy, like everything was super manly, and he just arrived, but he had a lot of fun, and now he's connected very well and he understood very well what's going on about.
It was also like a satire to show case like what is toxic masculinity and what it really is, so you understand better and so you can fight it, right?
I guess also that. Like honestly, I think we do most of the things for silliness, but also like we like to hold those discussions, and in the end, I think that's good for everybody. And also, if we can have some takeaways from that, it's something that we can add to the whole experience. There was also one that I loved. That was the gym bro week. So basically, we ended. We built a gym. So we have a gym, by the way, and it's working quite well. And
it's working out.
It's
working out.
You love these things. It's working out. So to celebrate that, we had the gym bro week, and well, we had some activities during the week. On Friday, which is like normally the biggest activity, what we had as dinner was several stations with very classic gym bro food that was like chicken just basically cooked, boiled eggs, broccoli, some protein bars and other things with protein. It was not the most delicious dinner ever, but it was still okay and fun. And we had like 1 minute to sit at every stop, with the beep. So you have to jump, eat for 1 minute. Then you have, like 10 seconds rest. And then you have to go to another station and keep. And we had to be dressing up as gym bros, or it was like very classic gym outfit, like even, 80s aerobic sort of vibe. And that was super fun. And also Aleix is very good at theater, so he was doing like the trainer, like classic trainer, motivator. Yeah. So that was super fun. But yeah, we did other things. Which other ones did we do?
I really liked the midsummer one. Well, it was like a big party that actually like we invited even people from outside the Coliving. So yeah, it was on summer solstice, and we all like dressed up as forest creatures and elves and fauns and nymphs, and we went to see the sunset up the hill with some nice music, and it was a really like beautiful night. We danced a lot, we had a lot of fun. So yeah, I feel like adding costumes or a theme to some gathering really adds some magic into it. So that was a lot of fun.
We have a room full of costumes, so like whenever we need to do something, there are like a few boxes there, and people just like dress up, and it's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, also the costumes are used because when you go into the Coliving, you have this character sheet that you need to write down your strength, your intelligence, your like kind of like stats, no?
Yes.
And you add a little story about yourself, but in a way that it seems like a video game, no? And one of the things that you need to take a picture, no? And people in the pictures, they are dressed up, so that's also from the very beginning you
get into character from the very start.
Fast. Yeah, and there's also the board games that there's you guys have quite a lot, no? And it's also part of the Coliving spirit. And the escape rooms, right? You guys like escape rooms?
We love escape rooms. Like we love escape rooms outside Coliving, but also in Coliving. So some of the best experiences we had was at the Chateau Coliving, building our own escape room.
With zombies.
Yeah, it included zombies. So basically there was like 1 or 2 zombies in the castle that were quite scary, because if you have been at the chateau, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's scary already
Also,
from the like going to the kitchen in the like,
corridor.
that corridor is like
So a couple of zombies in that corridor, and
so now
screwed.
imagine, because Emmanuel joined for that night and he just decided, this is not scary enough. We just kept a few lights open, and he just turned off all the lights of the castle, so there was no light, and there were like 1 or 2 zombies making noises. And you had to go out and find several hints, and there was a map of the things that you had to do. But also, if the zombies catch you, you become a zombie, so you have to put some makeup, and then there are 3 zombies, and then 4. And towards the end of the escape room, it was like the whole living room full of zombies. Like we had to stop them at some point, like, okay, stop catching people, because they will not manage to escape, like most of them, because we are too many. And one of the most amazing things was that then, after the chateau, we went to, me and Anya, we went to some other Colivings, and then talking to other people, like, hey, to which places have you been at the chateau? Talking to somebody else. And then they highlighted, like, yeah, we had a lot of fun. Like, they played this zombie game. I was like, fun. Yeah, we were the ones that brought that up. Also, at Anseu, we had a very interesting folkloric one with Aleix dressing up as a priest,
doing black mass.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, that's something that we really loved. We are inspired by many escape rooms that we have been doing outside Colivings, especially horror themed ones. Like we have been doing many recently, and we have many ideas. So definitely we'll make a few here. Like for Halloween, definitely we want to do many things. So there's still some room for October, but the beginning
not a lot. So hurry up.
Yeah.
But October
is Halloween,
gonna be...
come here to Gondor House.
So yeah, we'll definitely do quite a few.
I think it's also a very nice way to get to know the house, right? Because with an escape room, even for the tour, you can think about a small escape room, like with different tasks to take people from the... And you can add like menial tasks, like, oh, you need to wash the dishes now as part of the escape game,
And if you don't get to your room, you sleep on the couch.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, that's super cool. And you mentioned that you want to do escape rooms in the future. Aleix, any plans for the future regarding the Coliving?
We are gonna have a jacuzzi at some point.
A
jacuzzi and the sauna. This is something that at some point we will have, because
Wait,
I personally...
you don't have it for the spa week?
That's true. Yeah, like my bad. Yeah, I didn't think about it. But yeah, no, I think that like in the future, like we don't want to expand too much. Like maybe like make the house better, like with more facilities. And I think that in general, like we are pretty chill, and we want, like we like to be comfortable, so we want the house to be like as comfortable as possible. So we will, keep adding more stuff to make it even more comfortable. Like for the future, what I hope is just like we have a lot of fun, we play a lot of games, and and we make a lot of friends and family. That's pretty much it. To be fair, like I don't have any other goal in my future. So and we have to prepare for suicidal collapse as well. Like we have to build a bunker and all that stuff.
Of course,
A different conversation.
Chicken.
You mentioned chicken also. So now we have many plants actually, but they are not one chicken, but a few. You want a duck also?
I want a duck. Yeah, this will happen soon.
A dog.
This is released.
A ping pong table is arriving, but they're like small additions. I think that the house is ready the way it is. Like you cannot, like people who are not staying too long, like they don't have enough time. Like they are telling like, okay, like there's too many things to do here. Like only in terms of hikes, like the natural pool, like, like we have lots of board games. We play some video games, watch many movies. So keep adding things for having more activities is good. But in the end, I think it's more about making everything more comfortable, as Aleix was saying, if any.
In general, I think that we've been very lucky finding the property. Like we spent like 2 years trying to find something with, the stuff we had in mind, and it was super complicated. But at the end, like somehow we found this, and it's like super ready. It's like a very good co-living. The layout of, of the rooms and such, and the facilities is pretty good. Everything is ready, and it's like a very comfortable, co-living. So there are not that many plans apart from trying to make it a bit better and focusing on the community and make friends and family. That's my goal, definitely.
I think adding on, focusing on the community, what we want to do in the future is curate the community more. So I mentioned like one idea that we have is having more like themed months to attract the people who are into a specific topic. We're also considering doing like more pre-filtering, like asking people some questions before they book to kind of check, do the vibe check, and also, maybe potentially in the future, like match the group together, do this conscious work of putting a group of people that we think would really work together well. So in the long term, I think that's something we want to do on the community building side as well.
Yeah, let's talk about the facilities and the co-living. It's huge, like 9 rooms, more or less, I think. Up to 20 people, maybe at some point. You have a natural pool. You have a Balinese bed, I think it's pronounced like that. It's very good, no? The gym, you have the layout for the main room with the co-work. It's amazing because it's fused together. But you have a lot of different spaces and a lot of potential because you also have a shed now for the tools, so that can be potentially become in the future. I think you mentioned a ceramic workshop.
Well, that would be like on the other room. Like
we have
we have
so many
rooms, so many rooms, many things.
The sacrifice room. Oh no, sorry, we don't talk about that. But so many spaces. For example, here in this room that we're now, here we were watching the other day an Indian Bollywood movie, which is
awesome.
Amazing. And then you have also this other side room, which is a tea room, or what is it called?
Games room, I think. Like we have this table that it's unfoldable, so it's very good for playing board games, but also it's like a chill room or tea room or
wingspan won't fit. So
Fidel really likes this table. Fidel
chose it.
It's his thing in life. This table.
Took me a while to convince them, but when I saw it, like this is a perfect table, and now everybody is saying that wow, this table is awesome. It's like I told you. Also, it works as a library. That room. So we have. 4, 5, 6 shared spaces, like only in the house, plus also the gym, the storage room, plus also the garden, the barbecue areas. We have a porch that we are ignoring with another barbecue area, which
And also
forgot about that.
the attic, which is the costume room.
Okay, yeah.
Of course. Oh, and this room for where we did the meditation yesterday, which is with couches and people put candles
Yeah,
there.
disappointing orgy room, no?
Yeah, so many spaces, so many possibilities. So wow,
Yeah.
okay.
When we were looking for a place with many spaces, because we know that like sometimes when you are working, you probably like spend a lot of time in the co-working space, but sometimes you want to just like chill somewhere else or have a meeting somewhere else, or you just like you're writing and you want to be like in a quieter place or something, and you want to go somewhere in your own. So having different spaces is super important in a co-living, and we wanted something with a lot of spaces. However, like I thought, like in the beginning, I thought like, oh yeah, as big as possible and as many spaces as possible. But now I found that we have so many spaces, and sometimes it's like, hey, where is Fidel? It's like, I don't know, call him.
Where is my phone? That's the key question.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like if you leave your phone somewhere, you are gonna spend like half an hour going through all the possible places that your phone could be. So yeah, like it's very big, and it's cool because like you have a lot of privacy. You have a lot of room to be with people, but you do have a lot of privacy if you want to take it, which is cool. But yeah, like if you lose your phone, you're fucked.
You can potentially have Colivers here that they should be gone, but they are overstaying, and you will never find about them.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think like Aleix also mentioned, it took us a long time to find the right place, and we saw a lot of places that were like previously was a hotel or something like that, which is like, okay, it's big enough for a co-living, but the layout is really not the right thing. And because we are so obsessed with like community and we really, for us, it was a project that we wanted to do not because we want to make money, but because it's a lifestyle that we want to live. So we were looking not just for a co-living, but also for a home for us. So yeah, when we saw this place, we just immediately fell in love, and we had to like tell Aleix to put more of a poker face and not just like hop.
During the visit, he was like, come on, like, don't put this face, like, it's a very terrible negotiation skills you have.
Yeah, so we were really lucky, and yeah, the house just keeps surprising us, and it's really cool to see like that with so many different spaces, it also gives opportunity to people to maybe in one room there is someone playing a board game, and then in another room someone is doing a meditation. So it really gives a lot of potential for the community to do stuff together.
There's another kitchen that
Yeah,
we know, but
that we
like
don't
never
even
use.
use.
We forgot about the ground floor, but we don't mention anything. Like we have another room that we don't know what is it, another storage room. We have the balcony also, which is awesome.
Balcony?
The balcony up, the one up with the arcs where you can see the sunset,
okay.
with the hammock.
We actually have
And there is another one.
we never used, and it's in my room. And like, yeah, like we have a lot of spaces. It's like, yeah.
Wow, okay. And this begs the question: how did you find this place?
We had been looking for.
Idealista.
Yeah, it was Idealista. I had the alerts on, and the moment it came, it was like, that doesn't make sense, like based on because I had explored all the internet and even more for many months, and we were almost giving up because we had a budget and nothing was within that budget. It just came, the alert, shared it like in 30 seconds, like, guys, what the hell? It's like call. I was calling 2 minutes later. We were the first ones to visit the place, and I think the only ones visiting the place. So long story short, what happened is that there was a woman, a bit old, wanted to build it as a great rural tourism place, but I think that in the end she got a bit tired, she was a bit older, and she didn't want any more troubles or problems. She just wanted to go back to London where her family was. So it's like, okay, you know what, like let's sell it. I want to get rid of this soon. And she brought down the price a lot. We found out that there was a previous ad from a few months ago that was 40% more expensive, even more than 40% more expensive, like 50% more expensive, and it was weirdly advertised, like only 5 rooms, 4 bathrooms. So I think that didn't get all the attention it should, and the moment that they brought the prices down with the right description, it's like this place doesn't make sense, and we still don't think it makes sense, but here we are. So
Wow, amazing.
It was combination of luck and us being very fast.
Yeah, but it took a long time, 2 years searching for a place.
Yeah. No, that was like partly because we've seen so many places. We really knew like that it was really good for the price, and we knew also what we wanted. So it came from experience.
You guys started, I think, in March.
We moved here officially in March, end of March. Yeah, my birthday is end of March, and it was the first big party here. And yeah, we've been preparing the place for opening for 2-3 months, and we had our first Coliver coming in June. So it haven't been even 2 months, but it feels like it were very
Because
intense
right now-
2 months.
Yeah. So regarding being new in the co-living world, in the sense of being owners, what are the biggest lessons that you guys are learning right now?
Well, in general, like, to be fair, like, I'm a very realistic person. Like, this is not my first company, and I know how hard it is to, start a company. And like in the beginning, like a few months ago, I was sure that we weren't going to have like a lot of co-livers in the first year, like maybe 1 or 2. But Anya has been doing like an amazing job, like promoting the co-living online, like setting up all the social networks and such. And so far it's going very well. I'm not sure why, but it is. But yeah, like it is complicated because the co-living world is like a very it's very close, like there are like a bunch of co-livers in the world, and they go to places that they already know. So having this, like being part of this co-living community, like in the industry, it's complicated. But since we already had like a lot of experience, like going through a lot of co-livings, and we met a lot of people, we know a lot of in that industry, and I think that somehow helped. And also like we knew pretty well what we wanted to do. Like we had like a very clear picture of the co-living we wanted to be. And yeah, like I think that the mixture of these two things is working out very well. Yeah, a lot of, promotion on social media, in the sense of just showing what we do pretty much. But like what we do is like it's different, and I think it's attracting people as well. We have a lot of friends, and we bring them over, word of mouth, yeah, like all that stuff. But yeah, like now our goal is to trying to be a bigger part on that industry, or the community, like the internal community in the industry, to be part of the circuit of, co-livers like running around, I think. But yeah, so far it's going well with the stuff we are doing. That is pretty much being ourselves. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I think taking from what Aleix said, it's a bit of an interesting balance, because as I mentioned, like our main driver is not to build a business, but more like to build a lifestyle that we would enjoy. Sometimes the complicated bit is like finding the right balance, because obviously like people who come and pay, so they have some expectations, but at the same time we don't want to sacrifice our identity or like censor ourselves and become something else, or something like generic just for the sake of business. So yeah, it's a bit of a balancing act, and we are still learning. I wouldn't say that it's a lesson that we've already mastered. But yeah, I think like coming with authenticity and being ourselves, being more clear on what we are and what we aren't, even before people come here. So like spreading the message across Instagram and other channels. That's like the main challenge for me right now. And yeah, like attracting the right crowd, because we know that we already have some co-livers who already left, and they left with a lot of like wishing to come back really soon. So we know that if we attract the right people, they will enjoy it a lot. So now it's just a matter of attracting the right crowd.
Maybe we can tell the audience, what is for you guys a person that will fit this co-living? What are the personality traits or
Crazy people.
crazy people? Define crazy.
No, I think the main thing, honestly, is open-mindedness in like all the senses. So maybe you'll come and it will be the dick measuring contest this day. So well,
Literally, not literally.
no,
The
no,
dick
no.
measurement, let's say that it was a game. It was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
physical, guys. Please.
No, but there will be some probably bizarre activity or game or something, something weird, something that maybe makes you feel a bit uncomfortable. But if you are open to it and you're like, okay, let's take it with playfulness and with curiosity, I think that would be like just curious attitude and open-mindedness.
And everything is optional, so no worries if someday you find some very weird activity planned. So far, everything was quite entry level, sort of.
I would also mention that we are part of Burner community. So to give some context, Burning Man, the big festival in the US, we haven't been to Burning Man. We only have been to the local burn in Spain that's called Nowhere. So we get inspired a lot. Like this festival is a very unique one. It's not a music festival. I don't even know how to properly define it.
Self-expression, weirdness, experimentation of all
art.
sorts.
Yes.
Art.
Yeah.
So it combines all this, and there are a lot of workshops at Nowhere that are also very weird and sometimes very challenging, and a lot of times polemic, let's say, but a lot of fun. So we kind of like the vibe and want to bring it to the Coliving as well. But people who go to Nowhere are generally very open-minded and very curious and very playful. So I think that's the perfect Coliver that would really enjoy Wonder House.
With all the things going on during the first year and activities and opening this Coliving, I'm sure you guys will take a rest during the first year, right?
So, not really. Now we live here, and no, actually, we want to try how is this place for the whole year. So we'll be open in winter. We'll be open for Christmas. So if you don't have a place to stay, join us.
We can be your family.
We can be your family. So at least for the first year, we'll be definitely here. And no matter what.
Yeah, I can totally picture Aleix dressed as the Grinch.
As the Grinch.
No, like we're gonna be like the three wise men.
The three ways, man.
Yeah. Like Anya will be the black guy,
okay.
and I'm probably like, well, we'll see.
I don't have much hair to pick a color.
It's better because
We'll
then the
have to
wigs.
wear a wig, so.
The wigs will
But
fit
we
it.
have a big wig collection,
wigs.
so...
Oh, okay. Wow, it has been a very interesting episode. Thank you for taking the time. I think I will enjoy later the massage workshop. It will be super nice to follow with this theme of the spa week. So let's practice the movements. So thank you for being in another episode of Colivers Club, powered by MapMelon. And see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you for coming.